Hi guys, a lot of you might be first time PT test takers and you might have heard from your friends that hey, go for PT. PT is a very easy test to clear. You'll easily get 7 each equivalent, that is 65 each, or you'll get 8 each in PT. But in my 10 years of teaching PT and IELTS, I've seen so many people take the wrong step of going for PT when actually they should have done IELTS. I've seen so many students who are on 6.5 in IELTS, but because they heard from their friends, that you took IELTS in your home country, but in Australia, go with PT, you'll easily clear it in one attempt. They went for PT and then they struggled for 2 or 3 attempts and then they cleared their PT instead of continuing with IELTS. Now, why did this happen? This is because there's a lot of misinformation in the market, that this is easy, this is hard, but people don't do their due diligence. They rely on what their friends say, sometimes on what their agents say, but they take the dive and then they realize later that this was not their cup of tea. So the purpose of making this video today is to actually encourage all of you that genuinely right now, this is the best time to do PTE. Why? Because now in PT, there is human evaluation in 2 tasks of speaking. Those 2 tasks contribute very heavily to the speaking scores. One is describe image and the other is called retell lecture. Total combined, you'll get about 6 to 8 questions of these 2 tasks in the speaking part of PT. Now, earlier the case was that you had to be really fluent, and fluency was the key parameter which the PT software used to check. So if you were really fluent, you used to get a very high score. A lot of times people used to get 90 out of 90 in speaking. But with human evaluation in these 2 tasks, now content is really important in describe image and retell lecture. So the good thing is that you don't have to be that fluent. You have to speak more naturally, like a human being would, in a normal conversational style, rather than just blurting out a memorized template which you have remembered by heart. The other important thing is that earlier content was not that crucial, but now because of human checking, they are actually going to listen to what you're speaking if it's making good sense. If it's not making good sense, then they will penalize you. And even if you are or not, you're not using a template, doesn't matter. But if you're not speaking relevant content in these 2 tasks, your speaking score will be penalized. And more importantly, in retell lecture, it's an integrated task which is integrated with listening and speaking both. If you just speak some random keywords from the lecture, if they are not making good sense, so basically if you're not speaking proper phrases which are meaningful content wise, you will not get a very high score in listening. So in a way, it's the best time, because you don't have to worry. A lot of times I've seen people are afraid of, taking the test in a test environment because they expect that you have to speak really fast, but that's not the case anymore. Even earlier it wasn't, but now it's even easier. So you have to speak as naturally as possible. You can think while you're speaking in these 2 tasks and you'll get a very favorable score in your speaking. The other important thing is in writing. A lot of people are afraid of memorizing templates. So what PTE is trying to do is to reduce the dependence of test takers on templates, which actually is a good thing. So now, even in the task of write essay, where you're supposed to write an essay of 200 to 300 words, you don't necessarily need to memorize anything, okay? I mean, if you want, you can follow some good template, but whichever template you follow, whether it's my template or any other template, make sure that you are forming some cohesive sentences which are either compound or complex sentences. They should not be very short sentences or very simple sentences. You must write compound and complex sentences using conjunctions or conjunctive adverbs like and, because, which, moreover, furthermore. Use such words to make lengthier sentences. Otherwise, the writing score will be a bit low. We have seen so many instances where people get like 85, 87 in listening, but in writing, the score is like 76. So there's a huge disparity in the listening and writing scores. And that is generally an indication that the software has not given you a high score in your writing. If you need assistance with clearing your PTE, IELTS or NAATI CCL examination, you can visit our website oneaustraliagroup.com. There's also good news that we are offering NAATICCL coaching in 7 languages now. Recently, we have introduced NAATI in Nepali also. So if you are a Nepalese speaking test taker, we can assist you with both PT as well as NAATI. And the other languages which we cover are Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati, Telugu, Malayalam, and Sinhalese. We are offering IELTS classes as well, 1-to-1, with a very experienced IELTS tutor who has more than band 8 in everything. Visit our website, oneaustraliagroup.com. You can't go wrong with us. We'll be waiting for your call. Good luck.